going to be rolling 1,000 dice today. And just to preface, I have 143 essences here that I've gotten, like, for free. But I'm not going to be rolling majority of them because those are rank essences. Because, to be honest, I don't really like the rank accessories. Minus Psychologist is one, but I'm not gonna. And I get Feaster, the S tier, before I get a guaranteed A tier. So, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. But I guess this is where we go. I mean, it's recording. It works. Okay. I guess, like, to show it off, out of all my friends, I'm still at 0, so I'm nervous. And so I should have, like, 43 left. When we get lower, I'm gonna, like, look at my screenshots. Honestly, like, I wonder if it's just better to single click it. But then that would take forever. I guess I can go from... Okay. I'm so scared I'm not gonna move very far on the logic path at all. Like, he's so far away from, like, right now. I'm just being nervous. Okay. I can do this. There's 10 10s in a 100. I guess on some level it's like kind of difficult to comprehend how many 10s are in front of me right now, because I'm getting scared that, like, I won't progress very far on the path. And I mean, like, obviously I am going to get pretty far considering the amount of dice that I have, but I'm just a little nervous. Actually, the whole reason I ever did this was because I promised a friend that I'd live stream my 100 dice rolls to them, and then I didn't. I rolled it like they weren't available like that day, and so I was like, okay, I'll roll 100 dice. I'll collect another 100 dice and I'll roll it for you. And then I did that, and then I still felt bad, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to. What's the word? I'm gonna save up for an entire season, and I'm going to roll them for you. Because, like, okay, so hypothetically, right? Oh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm so far away from the skin. And I mean, there's so many tens to go through. I'm hoping to at least get 30 essences for the 3rd essence. You know, like, I've been debating about trying to get Margaretha's portrait, but to be honest, I don't think that's something that I inherently care too much about, because I use Annie PFPs the vast majority of the time. Oh right, I didn't finish saying it, but I get nervous because so like last maintenance started at 6, which was super early in comparison to the other ones. And I guess I kind of got nervous that like instead of starting at like 8 that they usually would, that they'd start, what's the term? They start way earlier, you know, and that's kind of scary because like imagine collecting 1,000 dice and like 1,043 dice and then it doesn't go as planned. Actually, let me see. I see how many dice I rolled. I don't think there's really data for that. But yeah, I'm just accumulating clues. Honestly, I was capable of buying like 3 characters entirely with clues during the duration of this season. So honestly, I'm kind of impressed by the amount of clues that you can get not from the logic path. But I will say that it was definitely difficult to handle not having enough clues, because you're not even getting like a substantial increase. Your best friend is to appear on the public map and then get 10 daily. And I'm pretty sure you can still collect like a bunch of clues from your ordinary dailies and stuff, but the entire process of this is nervous because right now I'm like, what happens if I roll all this dice and then it turns out that my recording didn't work? Which I know is a silly thing to worry about. I mean, like, I didn't even inherently roll, like, save all these dice to record it. But, yeah, I knew that I was gonna get a lot of, what's the term? I knew that I was gonna get a lot of clues, but I'm also kind of excited to see how much fragments I get. I haven't opened any essences this season, which means that the only that my pool of fragments has been extremely limited. I'm not even sure that I've bought anything with my fragments, save for Nellie's accessory, the one that came with her Halloween Esther. I got that one because, though it's a personal favorite of mine, I really like what's the term? The witch one for Entomologist? Wicked Witch or whatever. Yeah, I really like that one. I know it's not like a very popular one, but I thought that paired with the accessory would be super cool. And surprisingly enough, I was capable of getting Millie this season with one of my clues and stuff, so that was good. But because I participated in a journey this season, I was kind of upset, not because of the journey, but because I didn't have enough clues to accumulate enough to buy many characters. Like, I felt like my character roster of the ones that I have in my account are not that high, which was definitely a little bit annoying. I used my character unlock on Prisoner because we had to lock in. We logged in 4 decoders, and I didn't have any decoder that wasn't already being played, so it was a little bit sad to say bye-bye to my character unlock, because if I had used it on 100 I could have saved 1,000 clues. But ultimately it's not that big of a deal, you know, considering that once you have all the characters, like, okay, technically speaking, once you own all the characters, like, a vast amount of your clue expenditures go down. Unless you become a furniture fanatic, and then your clues are going to disappear super fast because of how expensive stuff is. I consider it, like, extremely shocking that the furniture is that expensive. But also, like, why do we have to spend 10,000 clues? Not on a room or anything. Oh, okay, the room that I bought was 1,000 clues, right? But you can spend like 10,000 on just like an S-tier furniture piece, right? That's like the same amount of what I have right now. You know, all this, which could buy like 3 survivor characters, 2 hunters. Yeah. But also, as we're progressing on the logic path, I'm feeling more comfortable rolling the dice. Yeah, so I feel like that's good. I was worried that okay, strangely enough, though I know that technically I would have definitely had enough to get the A tier, on some level I'm nervous that it wouldn't be. Like, what if I only rolled straight ones? You know, if I rolled straight ones, then I get to 1043. You know, and that would be kind of awful. But the probability of that occurring is insanely slim, second to none. If it happened to someone, that'd be so crazy. You know, now that I'm looking at her, I wonder if they like updated Alice's walking sprite, or has it just been that long since I've seen her around? I'm pleasantly surprised by the amount of dice. Well, not dice. The amount of essences I've accumulated, because 191 is pretty good. Though I will say that most of them I can't roll because they're rank essences. I guess when I find an I know definitely next season I'm not going to be rolling any of my rank essences either, because again, don't care for the S tier, which I'm guaranteed to have before the A tiers. So I guess probably what will occur is I'm going to wait until there's an S tier accessory that I really like, then I'm going to roll in that one, and then I'm going to go back to Psychologist's one, which is this season's rank essences, and then roll in that. Because I really wanted her accessory, and I was kind of sad that I couldn't roll on it, but rank accessories don't disappear, so that's good. If they disappeared, I would have been upset. Because sure, like, the accessories aren't that expensive, but at the same time, I have a fragment budget. Which, on that note, at the end of the video, I'll show my fragments before I roll. Not at the end of the video, but you know what I mean. So this is really kind of a very long, arduous task. I don't know why for a second I was thinking about rolling each of them individually, because the animation for this is unskippable. I think personally they should allow you to skip the rolling animation. I feel like it's good and all, but it's not good enough to like. I mean, like, bro, it's so strange. I am excited to roll this dice, I guess. It's kind of fascinating in a strange way. You know, I think I'm gonna replicate the same challenge next season, but on that note, it would be improbable. If so, basically, in order to get 1,000 dice next season, the length of next season would have to be mirrored to this one, but I also would have had to save 100 dice. But because we can't guarantee the length of each season, that means that if next season was 1 week shorter than this one, I wouldn't be capable of getting 1,000 dice, which is the reason why I'm rolling this season. I mean, it's going to be probably, even if next season was the same length as this one, it's probably be more unlikely that I'll get 1,000 dice again, considering not bringing 100 dice into the next season. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal, personally. I will say that I believe that 1,000 dice is improbable if you're, like, entirely free to play. So, I haven't really bought, so all of the echoes that I've gotten have been received for free. Which means I have very generous, very kind friends who I feel my debts are adding up, bro. At this point, I should just make a list of everyone I owe when I actually have more constant income. And then, yeah, but anyway, I think I've purchased 4 30-day dice things in this season, which I'll be doing next season, so every day I'll have the +3, and so we'll see if that can get me to 1,000 dice. But to be honest, I don't really think so. I don't inherently... Okay, so if most of the seasons I've had the +3 per dice, right, and my excess was 43, well, that means that, oh my, we're getting close to the final reward. And my excess for next season is 43. That means there's like 47? 47? No, 67 dice missing, I think. And I don't own Postman. He's on my list. I actually got his Lawson skin, which was pretty cool. I really like how clean and crisp it looks. In IDV, there aren't a lot of skins that like communicate such a level of cleanliness. Honestly, I feel like Victor's skin might have even been better than Annie's, but I love Annie. I don't main Annie, but visually I find her very satisfying. I was really happy that she got her charity skin this year. I would have been really sad if I had missed it, so I'm glad that I started this year. I am sad that I missed Panda Guardian for Emma, and then Starlight Maiden for Helena, because generally I do love Helena a lot. If the world would like make Helena OP and be the best survivor in the world, I would have an excuse to main her. By the current moment, nobody wants me to main her because that feels like a bad decision. In a Sandy video, I was mindlessly playing IDV at my grandmother's house because I was just trying to like logic point grind, and I ended up getting terror shocked trying to rescue Sandy, but I had no idea that it was Sandy because he was on someone else's account. When a friend of mine texted me afterward and was like, "Are you in Sandy's video? Is this Mind's Eye you?" I was genuinely like, "No, it probably isn't me." Because and then they were like, "Oh, he's in the Seer White skin." And I was like, "Huh, I never even played with a Seer White skin today." And then I go look at the video that they're pointing out to me, and then I see myself, and I get terror shocked. And he didn't say anything bad or mean or anything. But he was like, "Oh, oh." So yeah, my Helena feels a little bit pained. One of my favorite things to do though is play Helena in Chasing Shadows, because I feel like people get even more affected when they lose against me. Because otherwise, there's like nothing of note. But I think a lot of people get annoyed because they've been bested by someone who has difficulty seeing. But an interesting thing is that when you're playing Chasing Shadows, Helena's vision isn't any different than anyone else's. I think it would have been a little bit cool if Chasing Shadows was different for Helena, but at the same time it might be too different for one to comfortably see enough to actually play well. Yeah. And so I'm happy to see the number of dice going down at this point, because we are getting very far. I think... So we have blown past my estimated placement for when... I spaced out, honestly, during this. But we have gone past my estimated end placement. Have we? No. Close to it. I think 2,180 something was my estimate, which I think will pass too. I was just surprised because I don't think I've ever been this far on the logic path. All of my other seasons I haven't used the 30-day dice thing, so I guess this really is the fruits of that labor. because if you buy one of those packages, you get 90 dice for free. But I don't know if you have to log on to like obtain them, but I think it's recommended to log on just to make sure that you did get them. But honestly, this is a very long video. In the beginning, I was wondering if I should record my voice or anything like that, because technically in most videos they speed up the process. But to be fair, I can just screen record this video with no sound, and then that'll work just as well. But also the plight of recording voice for this is I have to keep thinking of things to say. So I'm rambling at this point. I mean, okay, I guess I could talk about other things that aren't IDV related. Since I'm sending this to my friends, if you are being sent this, you are a friend who is being subject to my interest in IDV. Honestly, okay, landscape-wise, I kind of like how it changes scenery. I will admit that I am slightly curious what the story behind this is. Is there any rhyme or reason to the background for the locked path? I presume there. I love asking that and then looking in the back, and Emma, of all people, are in the backdrop. Because yes, Emma would be in the Land with Fire. Honestly, when I played through that, I was surprised that she fell in love with a scarecrow. Or at least, before I played the character deductions, I didn't really understand anything that was going on in the story. So when I played it, I was like, huh, this is an odd predicament. I mean, I played through everyone in the beginning, a story, minus Thief's creature. I haven't completed all the deductions for him, but to be honest, I haven't felt that motivated to play him. He's at least difficult for me personally. A lot of what you do is aiming with your flashlight, but I think because the meta nowadays is faster hunters, it's difficult to stun people. But also, to be honest, I got Smiley. He has been around for like a long time. I presume that, you know, there has been fast hunters. Like, okay, Geisha, Ripper isn't the fastest, but when he uses Foggy Blade, you can travel faster on that little path, I'm pretty sure. So he is decently fast. But yeah, honestly, now whenever I think of Nature, I think of that one match during, was it Koa or IVL, or it was one of the tourneys that you could watch on IDV, and they played Creature against an opera singer and were like incessantly stunning her. And I'm pretty sure they got a decent escape rate for that, a decent amount of people out. You know, back on the topic of rolling dice, throughout the entire season I've been nervous that I'm going to accidentally misclick and then roll a dice. But I'm really happy that no such thing occurred, because then I feel disappointed, because it feels so much nicer to say, it's the last day of the season, I've maxed out my logic points, oh, I haven't mentioned that yet, but it's also probably not possible to reach 1,000 dice unless you max out your logic points weekly. So it takes a lot of time. It's like 80 plus matches a week. So, and if it's 80 matches, let's say the average match time is around like 5 minutes, right? That means you'd spend 400 minutes on IDV. At a minimum. Maybe. Well, not a minimum, you know. But obviously people usually spend more time in that because they can do other activities in the game which give less logic points, you know. You can shorten the amount of time that it takes to accumulate logic points if you play the other faction that you don't usually play. I find that for a sizable bit of time I got more points. Oopsie, I only rolled 9 there. Okay, I'm just gonna roll. One to make it even. But yeah, the closer that we're getting down, the more relieved and relaxed I feel. I wouldn't say that maxing out your logic points is stressful on some level, but it's also very satisfactory, you know? It kind of makes you feel like, okay, you also learn a lot, you know? Like, I've played Naiad for the past 2 weeks, right? And my success rate at playing Naiad has gone up exponentially because now I do actually understand how to water off survivors, since I've done so many matches where it's like, now it's a rinse and repeat, right? Like, even if I can't create the largest abyss, you know, making sure that you can pull back your harpoon and, you know, like, instinctually what a good place is to roll back your harpoon. Or, because you play so much, you now understand, like, how a survivor's gonna move, right? You can comprehend what the survivor is going to do and thus feel more capable of intercepting it. Like, I still have this issue where I pull back my harpoon prematurely, but that's also because it's a lot of the time survivors will get you into hiding areas, right? Which for Naiad pose a threat, not inherently because her chase is bad, but because when you use your harpoon, like, you can't dash when, well, you could dash, but people tend to drop down pallets, especially in Gonkai areas. And for Naiad, it can be difficult to either chase a survivor out of the area because they can just run to the next area, most likely faster than you can create an abyss. And even if you do create an abyss and they're hit by it, usually only gets them to like 30 or 40 watered off. The probability of them being fully watered off is slim because they'll just literally keep moving. And because they keep moving, by the time you create your abyss, they're already far out enough that they are out within 5 seconds. Okay. So we're finally beginning to slow down. I'll roll until we hit 50. And then I actually need to check my screenshots. I'll do that now. And if I actually make a video out of this, yeah, 43. So I should have 43 left over. So now that it's all ending, it might feel slightly anticlimactic. Honestly, she runs so slow. So I have to lock in. I have to be careful. Please, world, give me that final essence. And that's that. What? Oh my. It turns out I hit 3,000 exactly. Look, 3,000 exactly. Oh my. Oh. Oh. I guess we'll start off with previous memory sphere I've gotten on my full draw. So, you know, I'll just, yeah, flip it all. Oh, I don't think I had Bordeaux red. Yeah. Pawn! I love Weeping Clown. Like, I know he has his flaws, but as like a concept, his kit seems so cool. I guess I'll start with the oh my, removed in 1 days. Okay, I have to lock in. I can do this. And okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I really want. Okay, literally wanted cocktail so much. Oops, I skipped that. Okay, got cocktail again. Oh nice. Okay, we're getting something. Okay. I mean, it's okay. To be honest, IDV wasn't. I kind of want Popcorn Fin, to be honest. It reminds me of one of my brothers. Okay. Anytime I see Ithaca, I think of this person called Otari, who's like double. I think of this person called Otari, who's like Ithaca's number 1. Oh, Royal Blue. Alright, I don't know it seems. Okay, so nothing from this essence. Which is okay. My queen. I love Ada, but it's okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I did kind of want her skin, so I'm glad that I got her. I don't own. Oh, I should just press the open the 10. Okay, I'll do that. Okay. Oh, I'm getting lucky with all the B tiers. I feel like dice rolling is such a fickle thing because, like, I don't really expect to get a lot anyway, but it's still interesting conceptually. Okay. I love you. I love you, Alice. How many do I have left? Okay. What even is this? What does this mean? Okay. Let me pull out my calculator. Okay, so 5422. Huh. I'll just do, to make it even, I'll do one of this and one of the other one. Okay. So, I guess, next season, I should be able to use it. But, now I'm thinking, oh man, I guess, okay, I'll end the video here, but I'll ask my friends what they think, and then, yeah, we'll see from there. Okay. I guess that's it.